Hey guys, it's Dmitry here. How's it going? I hope you're doing well. So, in this tutorial I'm going to discuss about another higher order function. It's called every. So this higher order function can be also utilized easily in order to manipulate with an array. And I will show you how to do it and what the idea of this function, how it works in generally. So let's define a new array. Let's call it cities, as I prefer to stick with this example, kind of like it. Moscow, Sydney, New York, Paris, Berlin, and Seoul, I guess. So guys, hit the array of strings, const result, and I would like to say actual specify actual array and every, which is this high order function. And as in case of all the high order functions, we're going to pass a callback or function, right? So I'm going to pass it, and I'm going to say city. So obviously, you can pass to this function at least two parameters, which is actual value, right? Or value of each value of array or index, and the second one, you can pass the actual index, right? So but in my case I don't need an index, so I'm just going to pass this value, and I would like to specify a condition. I'm going to say city dot match, and I'm going to say Moscow. So guys, idea here is this function, like overall how it works. The function, it's going to return Boolean value, false or true. And as it's clear from this the function naming, if every value of this array is going to satisfy the actual condition, then that final value going to be returned as a true, right? Otherwise it's going to be returned as a false if any of the values they're not specifying the actual condition, right? And condition is here, right? I'm saying if city is equal to Moscow, then true, right? Obviously only first value here, or first index, is equal to Moscow. The rest of the values, they're not equal to Moscow, so result should be false, obviously. Let's see if it's the case. Oh, by the way, I need to specify console.log. And by the way, guys, sometimes I guess like you're curious why I have to define or start writing like all these tutorials from scratch. To be honest with you, I'm doing it quite intentionally. For instance, why I should always specify right from scratch this array. I'm doing it intentionally because I hope, guys, you're practicing together with me, right? And we have to write all these things all we know from scratch, right? And it's all about practice, as I told you many times. So that's the main reason, guys. Or that's the reason behind that. Cool. So let's run it. Result is false, obviously, right? Which is correct. So now let's delete the rest of the values and run it again. So now result is true, right? Which is how it should work, right? You can see we just have Moscow here in this array. So as a result, it's going to be returned as a true. So guys, obviously you can see it works in case of strings. I would like also to play around with numbers. Let's define numbers. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I guess another 7, 7, 7, and one more 8. Okay, cool. So, and I'm going to say numbers because not cities anymore, and I'm going to say number here, and here I'm going to kill this condition. I'm going to say number, and I'm going to say number more than 0. So what will happen, guys, here? I'm saying if number, or like if each of these values more than 0, then result going to be true, which is in this case should be the case, right? Let's run it. Here we go, guys, true, which is that's how it is, right? And guys, let's try to run, I don't know, for instance, just 0 here, right? Change it to 0 here. Result is false, which is correct, right? Because even like the first value is not satisfying the actual condition, right? So, or requirement. As a result, yeah, it's not going to be true anymore, right? The result, so it's going to be false. So guys, I mean, that's how this every function works, and hopefully, guys, it makes sense. Like, I think like this topic or this functionality is quite obvious, but again, it just can show you, like, you know, the whole diversity of these higher order functions, right? And what kind of, like, it's a case by case, right? In some case you have, like, it's better to stick with one function. In another case, probably it's better to implement this every function, right? And in another one, probably to use just filter. So you just have, as a software developer, you just have to think logically which function to use in one case or another one. Yeah, that's how it is, guys. Thank you very much, guys, for watching, and I will see you in the next tutorial, guys. And there are going to be more really exciting tutorials, guys, related to JavaScript. And yeah, I'm going to tackle JavaScript because I believe there are still so many things that I can share with you guys, and you can benefit from that, you know. Thank you very much, guys, and I see you in the next tutorial. By the way, guys, feel free to subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, and if you follow in my tutorials. Also, like this tutorial if you enjoy it, and see you guys next time. Goodbye.